Oops. Okay, so part 2, because they wanted to hate on me, so I gotta do part 2, honey. Let's see if we make it to part 3 and 4. Messing around with my system. I don't know what's going on. But yeah, I just really feel like Heavenly, you know, you ain't really digging on Toya and you ain't really digging on Mariah. And it's a shame. You're not here for, you know, Toya's, you know, success, her ups, you know, and I don't know if you're necessarily there for her downs either. As far as the sister circle is concerned, yes, are we gonna have problems with our sisters? Yes, and that's all that cute shit that we can say, you know, to the press when we doing our press tours and trying to clean our good name, you know, clean up all them blemishes. But at the end of the day, I felt like you just really wasn't there for none of Toya's like good shit, success, and nothing of that nature. That's just how I felt. Toya's like, Heavenly, stop being a hating ass bitch. Like, girl, bye. You know, like, don't be a hater. Stop being jealous. Heavenly says, bitch, be jealous of what? Like, I have everything. She was like, jealous of what? I have everything. She didn't say that, but she's like, bitch, I got a house too. Like, it's really not that big of a deal. Like, I'm just glad that you finally getting your shit together. Basically, and I felt like, Heavenly, don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. Just because you don't like that girl do not mean that you get to sit up in this child face and be as fucked up as you being to her. It's wrong on so many levels. And I'll be honest, this is where it stemmed from. When Heavenly said, I didn't appreciate you having them niggas up in there. I didn't really appreciate that nigga picking me up and all of that at the little dick painting party we had. But, you know, I didn't appreciate it. And pretty much, Toya was like, bitch, you don't appreciate you being picked up. You was glad that motherfucker could pick your ass up with your big old self. Basically, that's what she was feeling. But at the end of the day, it is what it is. It is what it is. Shout out to Paris, the thief, from Love and Hip Hop Hollywood. But yeah, well, I can't wait to do my review on them, child. Bye. But anyway, yeah, so that's where it all stemmed from, was her making that comment, and then Heavenly felt like she had to dig on her back. That's all that was. That wasn't nothing but some shady ass moment. It is what it is, and I'm not giving it any more airtime. They're trying to have as much of a good time as they can on the fucking bus. You know, they're talking about all that shit that, you know, as professionals, they talking about shit that they know to talk about. Like, these are some older, you know, these are our elders. So what exactly, you know, can they really talk about? You know what I mean? These are older women who, you know, are in their 50s, 40s, and 50s and whatnot. So it's like, what can we really, how much turn up can we have? You know, whatever. We get to the place. Jackie, you know, is like, you know, this is a revival. This is a time for us to go on ahead and hit that reset button and, you know, get it together and be good girlfriends like we should be. So this is what this trip is about. And you know what, Jackie, that's how it's always going to be. That's what the trip is going to be about. It's going to be about healing, you know, healing and mending and resetting. Do it always work out? No. Hell no. And we're going to find out that Mariah, I'm sorry, my stepson's name is Ramaya, but Mariah, she gonna pretty much say, I'm not digging on this shit. I'm not digging on this shit, sis. We do this shit every year. Bitch, I took notes of how many times we did this shit. But anyway, I'm gonna go on with the story. So what happened? So let me make sure that I'm following my notes or whatever. So we doing the Ponderosa revival, honey. And then on the bus ride there, Heavenly and the girls, they bust out Mariah, whatever, you know, for behaving pretty much they bust her out for behaving like a wife. Like, she went and she sent a message to her husband, sent a picture and said, oh, this was going on, and she really didn't give a fuck. Her and Toya, we talk about everything that we can in that little 4-5 hours that they got going on, but I'm not even finna touch on that. Y'all can leave it down in the comments for real. We talk about the new home, 900 square feet, Toya say a Heavenly house ain't worth $50,000 anyway, so why she talking about her house almost paid off? It really ain't that big of a deal. We try to make it nice. We talking about all the shit that we need to talk about. I had to reflect on Buffy's reflection of money. She said that wealth whispers and money jingle jangles and screams. But sis, I'm starting to feel like that's what you be doing. When we get in the house, you walking upstairs with your luggage. Somebody tells you, girl, don't scratch the luggage. You say, girl, I can pay for it. Don't scratch the walls. And you like, girl, I can pay for it. And it's just, and even when we sat down and we did the lighting of the torch and the revival thing, you still brought up the same shit. But anyway, I'm going to stay on course because priorities. So anyways, so Toya, we get to Savanna. We finally get to Savanna. Let me talk about this because I know I'm all over the place. We finally get to Savanna, and Toya is like, this house remind me of Heavenly house, of Heavy D house. You know, it's old, it's raggedy, it need to be pressure washed, and some more, you know. Shout out to Cecil. But, you know, whatever, we go with the day. Jackie say, let's pick out the rooms, and let's get settled. Mariah start running up with Buffy, with Toya, and Toya's like, I'm finna go look at this room, you go look at that room. Like, we just finna look at the room. Quad, she's not featuring Mariah or Toya. We gonna get into it, but okay, you not featuring Mariah or Toya, so you like, I'm not about to do all that, you know, monkey show that these girls is trying to do. Like, girl, let them find their spot and then whatever, you know. And I just felt like, okay, you just not featuring Mariah and Toya. It is what it is. You ain't really feeling them, and it is what it is. It is what it is. So, how we're doing the rooms is, how are we doing the rooms? Toya and Mariah are roomed up. Quad and Heavenly are roomed up. Buffy and Simone are roomed up. Contessa and Jackie are on the 3rd floor, and nobody better not touch it. They running their rooms. Quad's not featuring it. She said, we ain't doing that monkey shit. Buffy, it's interesting because Buffy, she's a rich bitch, Frederick. She travels with linens, you know, 500 count. I can't do anything less, Frederick, because I'm a rich bitch. And I'm here for it. Okay, and she says that it's practical. It is practical for those of us who don't like sleeping on strange sheets and strange beds and stuff and need a little piece of home when we go on trips. Like, it is normal. So it is what it is on that one. And I'm not mad at Buffy for that. I'm not really mad at nothing that Buffy is doing right now, honestly, because Buffy, to me, she just seems like a bunch of bitches that I've worked with before or dealt with before. Like, it is what it is. I probably come off that type of way. People don't really know this side of me. You know, I'm sitting over here loving your secretary, giving you Mary J. Blige. Well, I'm not gonna cry with spots on my face and some more shit. Don't give a fuck about nothing y'all have to say about me personally. I'm still drag whoever the fuck I feel need to be dragged. Now I don't feel like Buffy need to be dragged. I feel like Buffy was not dealt a fair hand. And that just is what it is on that one. I'm not featuring it yet. What else is going on? So we getting ready for the white party. We having an all white party. The girls get all jazzed up. Can I talk about the looks? I'm really feeling Quad in her Mary J. Blige realness. Like, she's really giving me waiting to exhale. Like, I'm divorcing. Bitch, I have on this blonde wig. Bitch, I'm fabulous. It is what it is. And I'm here for it. I was also here for Heavenly. Her dress, when she stood up in the bus after the white party, and that split in that dress and everything, I was like, go ahead. You giving me Black Jessica Rabbit in an all-white party featuring Dr. Heavy D. Dr. Heavenly, that is. But anyway, let's get to the all-white party. So we having a tent meeting. Quad says that, you know, a tent meeting is pretty much where, you know, the church people come together and they just unload. So that's what we're doing. That's why we're doing the all white thing. We're keeping it real pure. It's cute. They had angel eggs. It was real cute, right? Girl. Jackie wants to stick with the theme of open and honest, sister code, blah, blah, blah. So her thing is, okay, girl, so we're going to write down our sister codes. We're going to do a sister code remix. You'll write down all the shit that you expect from your sisters, from your sister circle, you know. So, you know, that's what we do. I wrote some interesting notes, and I'm going to make sure that I share them with you all. And hopefully in 10 minutes, this video don't cut off. But if it do, part 3, matter of fact, we're going to wait because we got 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, we made it past the 10-minute mark, child. They cut me off last time, but we gonna keep it going. So we get to the tent party. Before we get into it, Quad is already saying, Quad say that we need to ask the Lord to rebuke the demons within. That's what we need to be asking for, bitches. And I say we because, Quad, you have a lot of demons within you right now dealing with your divorce, and you being a little nasty and a little sideways too. But it is what it is. We're gonna keep it pushing on that one because I'm not finna get into you until I'm way the fuck in my feelings about this shit and ready to cuss your ass out. But I'm here for you right now, sis. So I'ma leave it be until after your divorce. If you still fucking up, I'm after your motherfucking neck. But it is what it is on that one. So this venue that they're at, I could have sworn that the Real Housewives of Atlanta had been at this venue before when they went to Savannah, when Phaedra had to tell, I think it was, what is her name? She's light skinned. She's got that raspy voice. She was on a season of Love, of Real Housewives of Atlanta, but I don't think it was her. I don't remember who it was, but it was the girl who didn't know what Shay was, girl, and her boyfriend was sleeping with all the bitches and stuff. That girl, light skinned, pretty, not Claudia. Light skinned, pretty, don't know what shade is, new to the group. They were there before, and that's when Phaedra told her, because I have jobs, bitch. So I remember that setting for some reason. But anyway, we're sitting at the table, and Dr. Contessa comes with receipts on Scott, how, he's pretty much going off to go be with his homies, be with his homeboys, hombres, whatever the case, and how he pretty much bought his ticket to discuss shit. Now, let's get into that. The reality of that situation is the reason why Contessa is irritated and pressed. It may come off forced and seem like it's staged a little bit, but priorities. We got to get to the bottom line. She shows the receipts on her phone, and then she's talking about Scott. You don't tell me nothing. You just up and leave. And that's the reason why you wanted me to come back home, was so that you could continue to live your life as a free man who has a wife at home that can take care of the rest of this shit. But at the end of the day, y'all both doctors. So at the end of the day, whatever it is, I don't know if you're more successful than Dr. Contessa, Dr. Scott, and that's why there's this whole issue. I don't know what it is, because Contessa is feeling like, bitch, I have to go out here and I gotta go move all the way to Nashville so I can go take up a new doctrine and, be this great bitch, whatever the case. And when you ask her, like, what is it that you're searching for? I think that's what she's searching for. I think she's searching for her independence and her identity. When she say, like, you do this and then I can't even have my life, she separated her relationship as the marriage is concerned. What she's saying is Contessa want to do Contessa. Contessa talking about being slightly gay. Well, that's the stuff she's going to talk about next time on Love and Hip Hop, Married to Medicine. But for right now, we're just going to keep it to where it is. The girls try to give their advice. Toya's like, hell no. Me and Eugene, we don't do shit without talking to each other. And the fact that y'all, Contessa and Scott, are not doing shit together and y'all want to do shit separately as a married couple, that speaks volumes to us. To those of us in long-term relationships, marriages, and whatnot. That speaks volumes. You want to do what you want to do separate from your husband and vice versa. And that's a little confusing. The girls try to give the best advice. Jackie says, that's passive aggressive what you're doing. There's a problem, there's an issue, you need to solve it. And you need to figure out how. Because showing us the receipts on what your husband is doing wrong is not the tea, honey. That's how divorces happen. Me and Curtis almost got divorced. Simone and Cecil almost got divorced doing that same shit. So, honey, you need to learn what's for your girlfriends and what's not for your girlfriends. Fix your marriage, Contessa. Fix your marriage. And that's why Contessa is on that's why she's center stage in the opening credits. That's why. Because you're about to jeopardize your whole relationship, your whole marriage with your husband, your kids, and everything. For what? And girl, I'm gonna get to it anyway. Let me get back to the story. So Contessa got receipts on Scott, who couldn't wait for his wife to get back home so he can live his best life. They talk to Contessa about it. Jackie says you're being passive aggressive. There are problems and there are solutions and you need to figure it out. We talk about the reset button. Okay, we in the middle of a reset button debacle or conversation, so take heed, honey. Pay attention. All of these blessings, all of these things that you think that are not for you, they are for you. Okay, because not only do you have difficulties in the group, you have difficulties with your marriage right now. You need to fix that. That does not make you the star of this reality TV show. So Jackie's whole thing is just rewriting the girl code. Mariah is not here for it. Mariah's like, bitch, we done did this at least 5. This is the 5th time. This is the 5th time that we done did this on air. Okay, this is the 5th time. The first one was the lemon squeeze. That was number 1. 2 was the forgiveness ceremony. 3 was the pajama party. 4 was the emergent tea. And now we got 5, the revival, reset, Ponderosa situation. And Mariah's not here for it because Mariah has been the butt of that joke for seasons. And I think she's just tired. Like, every time we do this and my shit never get heard, and we got to focus on Quad, and we got to focus on whoever else got a feeling, and the loudest cry wins, and that's some bullshit for Mariah. She's not here for it, and I'm not here for it too. Just on some matter of fact, I'm not here for it either. I'm tired of it too, Mariah, because don't nothing ever get resolved, and you are my bitch. And a lot of times, like, you be coming with validity, and you do not begin to just do. And that's just on period. That's just on period. I'm not doing that with y'all. So anyway, Jackie say, go on ahead and write and eat. Write the codes, eat and write the codes, honey. That's where she's at with it. Eat and write your codes. Jackie says she need a ride or die friend. She needs somebody that is going to be there for her, whether her marriage is fucking suffering or not, or whether she decide to pack up and leave. That's the type of friend she need. And that's the type of friend she has in Simone. She's witnessed it. So she know what she want, and she know what it is, and it is what it is. And I agree. We all need that friend. We need that friend that's going to be like, bitch, whether you want to stay or go, bitch, I'm here for you. Okay? And that's on period. Who else? Mariah says, don't tell lies. Don't tell lies without receipts. Don't tell lies. If you can't back that shit up, don't bring that shit into the group. Don't do that. Don't try to blemish my motherfucking name and whatever. And I'm gonna tell y'all this situation with Quad and Mariah and this drug thing is ugly as fuck. But the whole debacle with Mariah and Quad is ugly as fuck. So at the end of the day, I don't know what to say or how to feel or who back to have. I feel like Contessa, bitch, I can't speak for you and say I believe that you don't do drugs when this woman is saying I saw what I saw and I said what I said. And those of y'all who know me, y'all know how I feel about when back in the day when Mariah and Aiden had that birthday party at Carrie's house with her husband because they both had matching birthdays, and Toya and Mariah got into a fight. I felt like, fuck that fight. I felt like when Mariah walked in with her husband and them, and Quad husband, and Quad, I felt like y'all was partying. Whether y'all was drinking, doing drugs, y'all was doing something. Y'all was under some kind of influence, and that's all I could say about it, to be fair. But it was a little suspect. But at the end of the day, there are no receipts. And if you can, I'm pretty sure Quad was thinking as a good friend, bitch, I'm not going to get no receipts on you doing cocaine, even though I know you do cocaine. I'm not going to get no receipts on you because you my friend. However, Quad, that situation is just a little, it's a little tough. I don't want to say that you knew what was going on because you was in it too. I don't want to say all of that, but girl, like it, and I feel like if I'm defending myself as a cocaine doer, I'm not going to bring up the fact that you do cocaine too, because my whole inclination is, bitch, I don't do cocaine, so what's up? But that's just, coming from a place of, theme and sneakery. But if that's even a word. But whatever, with that, I don't want to go on too much about that. It's a nasty. And until we can produce some real receipts, until Quad can tell a real story about some shit that has been happening. Now, she did bring up some shit, and I'm going to get to it, about Mariah breaking glass and her erratic behavior and stuff. I'm gonna get to it, but child, let's see. Let me go to, according to my notes before I go according to anything. So what else? So that's Mariah's shit. And then I said honesty, even if it hurts. Oh, honesty, even if it hurts. That was Heavy D. That was Heavy D. Heavy D said, and that's Dr. Heavenly for those of y'all who don't know my lingo. She said, you know, I'd rather have honesty even if it hurts, but with some receipts though. I'm okay with honesty, and I think that was her owning her shit, because that's how Heavy D is. She will own her shit and be 1000% with your motherfucking ass, whether you like it or motherfucking not, bitch. Don't give a damn. But Heavenly, sometimes, girl, sometimes I be like, ooh, bitch, don't, ooh. But whatever with that, whatever. I still fuck with Heavenly because Heavenly is my auntie Chris. Y'all don't know her, but she the type of person that gonna tell you how it is, whether you like it or not, and you gonna feel away. But bitch, I had to say it, and you're gonna love me in the end, and you'll need me before I need you. That's her creed. So it is what it is with that. Let's talk about Jackie's dismissal. How she was so dismissive when Mariah was talking about her issue with the situation with Quad. Yeah, you did lie on me, Quad, but Jackie, I got a bone to pick with you, because Jackie literally said on the Open and Honest, she said, do you think Quad should have talked about Mariah's drug use or drug abuse or something? But those were the exact words. You didn't say allegedly, allegations. You didn't watch your tone, your talk, your tongue when you was saying that, and you said it as if it was true, as if you knew that to be true. And that's where Mariah's coming from. You're like, do you think that Quad should have talked about Mariah's drug addiction? Well, bitch, do you know me to have a drug addiction? Like, what are you talking? Like, say it right. And nobody ever accused Dr. Jackie of being sensible enough to, to be a psychiatrist or something like that. You know what I mean? Or a drug counselor or nothing like. We never accused her none of that to where she should be using her words the correct way. But I just feel like, Jackie, you on this circuit. You are the Oprah, the mother of this show. Please, honey, please do it right. Because you is Oprah and Simone is Gail. And Jackie, I just need you to say shit right. You should have said that the right way, and you didn't. And it is what it is. We're going to move on because you apologized. But even in the car, when you were talking to Dr. Heavenly, you made it seem as though I don't have to agree with Mariah to be diplomatic. That's how you made it seem. And in the real regards, it's like she's talking about it again, and you're rolling your eyes trying to save face. You're trying your hardest not to tell this bitch the what for. You're trying so hard not to be like Heavenly and be like, I believe her regarding Quad, but we gonna get to that too. So Heavy D, that's Heavy D's issue. Jackie's dismissal, I didn't like that. Quad pretty much was on some, I don't owe you whole shit, and I need y'all to realize that. I need y'all to respect that. If I don't come around the corner looking for you, if you come around the corner looking for me, whatever it is what it is, boo. If I ain't fucking with you, I ain't fucking with you. So, what's tea? Like, that's how Quad feels. But Toya says, bitch, even though that's the code that you want, that may not be the code that you get, because me as a friend, I still have to play my part. I still have to be a good enough friend to come and stalk your ass when you don't want to fucking be bothered, because check on your homegirls when they going through what the fuck they going through. Give them their space. But if you feel like it's been enough time and this bitch ain't reaching out, and you starting to question your even friendship with this bitch, if she even feel like I'm a shoulder to lean on when I know I'm a shoulder to lean on, yes, okay, you go check on your girlfriends and your girlfriends ain't here for you, it is gonna make you question, are we really friends for real? Because you confiding in bitches on the sister circle, but you're not confiding in your bitches that you sit up on this show that even gave you the platform in the first fucking place for you to even be on some circuit like sister circle, honey. And I ain't gonna rag on that shit because I'm sitting in my motherfucking car doing a review. Okay, so I'm not gonna bag too much, but girl, if I was in your position, baby girl, there will be that. Yes, I take issue just like Toya does with that situation, but we're gonna move on. Because Toya was not having it, girl. She was not here for it. But anyway, she did ask her about the divorce, and it was very passive aggressive. And then Quad was like, "Bitch, are you really asking, or is this just a conversation?" And I understood that. And then she told her, "Yeah, I really do want to know. As a matter of fact." And then Quad was like, "We've reached an agreement, and it'll be settled soon." Fine. You gave her the answer that you give the press. It is what it is. You don't fuck with Toya. And I wish you would have used that moment to say, Quad, I wish you would have said, Toya, the women in my life, in this circle that are in my life, they know exactly what's going on. If you ask Heavenly, she knows exactly what's going on. You don't know because we're not cool like that. I would have loved for you to do that, Quad, but you didn't. So it is what it is. We're going to move on from that. What else is going on? So Buffy, her scroll is, I just want bitches to be happy for me. I just want you hoes, not you hoes in particular, but hoes in general. I just want y'all to be happy for me. I just want you to take all of my bags. My drama bag, my marriage bag, my friendship bag, and my money bag. I just want you to take it all. And when she said it, how she said it, how she worded it, even Toya, she didn't even know who wrote it. She had to say, whoever wrote that was good. Because it was pretty much, take me for who I am. My ups and my downs. And when I'm doing my best, bitch, take me for who I am. Embrace me. Hold me down. Be my friend. And that was definitely a shout out to Toya. And because she received it so well, I think that there's a future for Buffy and Toya. Don't know yet. We'll see. But I see Buffy being closer to Toya, even with the situation. I see her being closer to Toya than Heavenly and Jackie and them, because she's not really their bag. And I'm here for it. I like her. She reminds me of one of my aunties. I told y'all. With that being said, Toya could not help but still shade Buffy. She like, bitch, well, maybe the reason why you don't got no friends is because you saying you at the top and they at the bottom. But okay, girl. Like, live, laugh, and love. Whatever. It is what it is. I'm here for it. I like the fact that she do that. I feel like that's what build good friendships. That's what make you comfortable enough with somebody to be cool with them. So it is what it is for me. I don't know. The jury's still out on Buffy, I'm sure, for everybody else. But for me, I like her so far. But I'm a non-judgmental, non-confrontational type. Toya. Family is off limits. Period, poo. And it is. Y'all, for Contessa to say your husband is the biggest bitch in here when I ain't never called your husband a bitch, that's crazy. And, I do feel the way about Toya, kind of getting in Buffy's face about somebody calling her husband a bitch under the tutelage of Buffy. But Buffy was like, bitch, when this bitch called you a motherfucking bitch, I was standing there motherfucking defending you. So press on. Like, and that's why I'm here for Buffy, because so far, so good. Like, she has been real. Like, she has been genuine. And y'all bitches fake, for real. And Buffy do have something to prove in a little time. She have to prove it before we can renew your contract for another motherfucking season. So I get why the motherfucking energy is motherfucking pressed. But at the end of the day, editing is the son of a bitch too. And that's on period and pie rude. So anyway, and I said pie rude, period, honey. Anyway, so Jackie, we get to the point in the ceremony where Jackie's like, I'm going to light this candle. And this is representative of a torch, and I'm going to pass the torch because Jackie is the peacemaker, so it only makes sense. She passed the torch, and she's the oldest too, I believe. I don't know, because the cancer thing, so you really don't know, but she looks great, no bullshit. So, they do it, and it's really love and light and beautiful, and I like it. And she says, we're going to take all of these scrolls, and we're going to print them out, and I'm going to make everybody a whole list of, like, what the expectation is for friends, so we can continue to fucking be friends and not be a mess like Basketball Wives and Karen's shout out to Evelyn and OG and Cece and Kristen. But anyway, so with that being said, girl, now we get to everybody's clearing out, right? Toya stays behind with Quad. They were inquiring about some wine. It was really just a segue to stay there and talk about what they was talking about. They were inquiring about some good ass wine that they wanted to take home with them. And Toya uses that awkward turtle moment to, say, Quad, what's up, friend? What the hell really going on? You sitting over here, you making all these allegations about Mariah, and I just want to know, like, what's the deal? Quad is like, bitch, please. Mariah's like, bitch, she's really hurt. Like, genuinely. Quad's like, this bitch hurt me too. So what? What's tea? Toya's thing is like this. Girl, let me tell you something. I went with this. The reason why I'm so invested is because I went with this bitch to the motherfucking clinic. We went and took a drug test. This drug test, they're going to clip everything from your pussy hairs to your hair on your motherfucking head to your motherfucking saliva. And it's going to tell us what you've been doing for the last 10 years. And there was inconclusive notes by way of Quad, what she said. But in Toya's mind, it's like over the fact, how do you explain the past 5 to 10 years of her being clean? Because that's what they testing it on, and that's what it is. So how can we reach a understanding here? Because the actuality is you said these allegations on her. She took a test that would determine over the past 5 to 10 years if she has even had any dealings with cocaine. That's when Quad for me starts to regress. And it starts to feel like more of a pullback. You lie, and it starts to seem like the battery in the back is Heavenly. You lie about so much shit. If I'm Quad in my head, you lie about so much shit. And now that I done said this one thing about you, I'm a fucking monster and an animal? That wouldn't be the conversation. But then again, priorities and editing. So we gonna move on as much as we possibly can. Toya's not here for it. Toya says, I don't believe Quad. It's been so much shit that has happened between Quad and Mariah. So much shit slinging. And they even reflected and played clips of it. And girl, I'm gonna reflect on my shit later. I'm not gonna give it to y'all in this minute, even though it's a 32-minute video already. The girls, they get back on the bus after that conversation, and Mariah's, she can't do it. She can't do this little foolery, fakery thing that we trying to do. She can't do it. So she's like, I can't, like, I just can't sit by idly while somebody, says these things about me, and then other people turn around and perpetuate, the same allegations, and Mariah can't do it. So Quad starts to speak up, and she's like, but you've lied on several people. She doesn't begin with, bitch, I did not lie. I could point out every single time your ass was high on cocaine. That's the type of shit I was looking for. Personally, that was me. That was the type of shit I was looking for. But what she did was say, and I don't know if it's editing, because priorities, again, we got priorities. But girl, it seemed like you started off with, but you lie all the time. So what's tea? And that to me translated as not a defense for you, Quad. As somebody that's been dealing with the legal system as long as you've been dealing with the legal system, from your mug shots to your divorce, girl, I was searching because I love Quad too. I feel just like a lot of the girls feel so fortunate that this is happening. Heavenly is Mariah's friend first, from my understanding, came to Aiden's birthday party. Y'all all doctors and doctors' wives, 2 and 2 together. Quad, you was not a part of that life. You just had met your husband and had only been with him barely a year. So, yes, she put you on. Yes, she put you on to other bitches who was doctors and I don't feel like that was your life. I feel like that was Mariah's life, and she brought you along for the ride, a whole new world, girl. And, she was being Aladdin, you was being Princess Jasmine, but you folded in the end. And went with Jafar, child. Boom. So anyway, they going back and forth. Mariah is in tears. She is emotional as fuck. You can hear the hurt in her voice. This ain't no fucking act. That shit was a moment, and she really felt that shit. Whether she had to conjure and invoke them feelings or not. Which I can't see how. I could see Mariah's inhibitions being super low because we done sat here and had this Ponderosa revival reset situation that it ain't really sitting right with me. Only reason why I didn't say nothing during that motherfucking Ponderosa revival reset party, tent party meeting is because every time I speak on my shit, y'all act like y'all don't give a fuck about me. Y'all don't have no opinion on it. Y'all don't defend me or anything. And it was very transparent in the bus that that was true. Okay? It was very transparent in the bus that that was facts, sis. And when she said, y'all motherfuckers don't defend me, Contessa, shut the fuck up. You got your ass up and walked away like you was just so irritated. I guess the bus was stopped because a lot of the ladies started moving around. I don't know. Maybe it wasn't stopped because they didn't actually get off the bus. I don't know what happened. But Contessa got up and moved from her space to go and be in an isolated space because Contessa wants the motherfucking focus to be on her and her fucking potential divorce that's finna happen if she don't motherfucking get right and Scott don't motherfucking get right. But I digress. It was war, bitch. We ain't talking about that. You get up and walk away. But Contessa, you're a non-motherfucking factor in this conversation here because you ain't known neither one of these bitches long enough. You ain't no Quad. Quad and Mariah are from two different circles than you, boo. So at the end of the day, the bitches that you know is army bitches and medical bitches. Those the bitches you know. You don't know these fly ass bitches who got it out the mud and got it how they live. And that's both Mariah and Quad. That's why they both my bitches. And that's why I hate to see them in the situation that they in. But at the end of the day, bitch, for you to get up and make that whole scene, it just translated as, bitch, shut up and go in your own motherfucking way because you need to call Scott and make sure that he okay. That's what you need to be worried about, bitch. But anyway, and at some point, Heavenly says, I believe her. She believed Quad or whatever that, and I don't know why. How can you believe her, Heavenly? Have you seen Mariah doing some drugs or something? Like, so have you seen her go into the bathroom having a little too many, maybe I need to watch your little show. Your little shit that you do on YouTube. Maybe I need to go on and watch that. Because girl, you need to explain to me. I need receipts. I need answers. I need a bunch of shit because I need to understand why you felt like screaming out to the top of your lungs that you believe Quad over Mariah. You believe Quad over Mariah because Mariah lied on Dr. Daddy. That's not no reason to say I believe that you was doing cocaine. That's stupid to me. And I just feel like, Heavenly, you are of a different motherfucking, you come from a different fucking level, a different fucking realm that bitches can't understand. You have money for real. You should have class for real. For you to be out here acting like this for the TV show, that's crazy to me. And Mariah don't mean shit to you, even though that bitch put you on. But it is what it is. You know what it is. You know what it is. And you just lucky that bitch is not Shawnee because your ass would have been, thank you for your services, bitch, and you would have been your fat ass out the door. But whatever, Heavenly, you still looking cute nowadays, and you always been cute to me, so I ain't mad at you. You beautiful as fuck. But I gotta drag your ass for what you doing, because that shit was whack. Like, stop it. Keep it up for as long as you need to keep it up, and at some point, you gotta give. The argument ensues. We on the bus. We finally get to the house. Dr. Jackie thinks she funny, and she can't find the fucking keys. Okay, so the girl's inhibition is starting to get real fucked up because now we can't find the keys. Some of us gotta pee because we've been drinking all motherfucking night and we done had babies and we ain't really good with drinking water, so our bladder fucked up. Bitch, don't play with me when I gotta pee because I will pee in a bush and I'll be mad at your motherfucking ass cussing your ass the fuck out in production for playing with the keys. But anyway, she finally find the keys. And then we cut to, I don't know what the fuck was happening. Yes, they was talking about the shit when they got off the bus, but the way that Quad was just like, bye, girl, bye, girl, bye. I was like, oh, what happened? We missed it. Y'all just gonna cut that whole part out? Like, damn, but whatever, priorities and timing. So, Mariah's like, no, bitch, that shit is fucked up. Like, fuck that, da-da-da. And then she like, girl, bye, bye. And then Mariah says, okay, okay, bitch, okay, Pearline. And then Quad say, okay, Geraldine, honey. And that right there, that was two best friends who reeled it back in for the respect that they have for one another, regardless of the fact that I want to punch your lights out. I'ma reel that shit the fuck back in. So I don't, cause that was your safe word, bitch. You calling me Pearline and me calling you Jerline back was your motherfucking bitch. I got a best friend, bitch. I got a best friend and a favorite and a sister. She ain't my favorite sister. She my only sister, but I do have a stepsister too. So for me, it's like I consider y'all both my family, even though one of y'all not blood. But my baby sister that's blood with me, like, yeah, bitch, we got a safe word, okay? If I call your ass Luann or some shit, you call me a name back, okay. Now I know I don't have to fuck you up. But in the interim of it all, Quad is still saying, she don't want it. Oh, you don't want that. Oh, you ain't got that. You don't want that. Girl, shout out to Camila from Bad Girls Club. Girl, you ain't about that. You ain't got that. You don't want that. But at the same time, yeah, bitch. Yeah. Quad, we know what it is. We know that you are gutter butt, and we know that Mariah is gutter butt as well. But Mariah has had a lot more training and years than you've had. And had you stayed with your husband long enough and taken that marriage seriously for real, you probably would have ended up with something else. But you're more of a Evelyn Lozada type. You're more of a feisty little bitch who mouth can't be tamed. And it's good for TV and it's good for dating and it's fun and all of that, and you will have lived a rock star life, but at the end of the day, you have no meaning. You still don't have a child, honey, and you getting up there, girl. At some point, you can get tired of running. I don't know. I ain't saying nothing, because that good old black melanin and all that priorities Quad got going on, I don't know. She might be in her 50s being able to raise a 6-year-old or something, but it is what it is, girl. With that, I'm not finna go on too much about that. What else? So Heavenly is mad because, you know, Mariah brought up the situation with no receipts. So that's what it is. And she's still mad about yesteryear. And I wouldn't blame her, because you brought that shit up about Dr. Daddy and you did not produce them receipts. You say you know a lot about Damon that you could say, but you won't. Girl. And if I was Dr. Heavenly, I wouldn't be here for it either. But Mariah is really hurt about the situation, and the girls just feel like because you've lied and because you've done what you've done, like, we not even featuring what the fuck you talking about. Like, we not even here for it, girl. And they not, and it is what it is. The girl, Mariah goes upstairs and calls Dr. Aiden. Dr. Aiden is a little stressed and pressed because he can hear it in his wife's voice that something is wrong. And she's just like, these girls, you know, they still talking about the Quad shit, you know, or whatever. And he's, you know, ready to go the fuck off. Toya had just so happened to walk in. That seemed like a very genuine moment, too. Toya had just so happened to walk in, even though she did walk in with camera crew behind her. So it couldn't have been that genuine. But it did seem like a genuine moment for Mariah, is what I'm saying, not for Toya. Like, I didn't expect the fucking camera crew to walk in. I didn't expect you to even fucking walk in. And you walk in and you're consoling me. And the camera's there, and that's a little more annoying. And it does, you know, kind of contribute to the play up of features, because you are upset and you do want to translate to the rest of the world, you know, how you feeling. So you want to be as clear and open with your emotions as possible. And people don't understand that about reality TV. You don't understand it, honey. Like, I feel like I'm built for reality TV. I can give y'all everything y'all need and more. I'm not going to be no secret, because I know at the end of the day, some shit got to be explained. And this shit do have to be explained. And for her to be having to go through this and having her name smeared all through the mud, ugh, it's nasty, honey. It's just nasty. Ugh, Quad, I just feel like, that shit nasty as fuck. Like, oh my God, Quad, I can't even, girl, I cannot with you. Like, for me, I just feel like you a foul ass motherfucking bitch, because you talking about a bitch that put your motherfucking ass the fuck on, and you had the motherfucking audacity to do that shit because you was so mad and you needed your good name. But that right there makes me feel like you was playing with that that girl husband. You was playing with Mariah husband. You was playing with Mariah husband. You dead ass wrong. Dead ass wrong. That's all. I'm gonna put it away, because you done made me mad, girl. You done made me motherfucking mad with that. But okay, girl, that shit was nasty. Mariah was sitting over there and all of her motherfucking guts spewing out, crying. Aiden's so pissed off, Toya can't even talk to him. Mariah gotta take the phone and say, it's okay, babe, I'm gonna call you back. hang up the phone, and she is just, ooh, releasing. And Toya is like, oh my God, girl, like, fuck these bitches. Like, this is fucked up. Calm down. She gets her to calm down. And that, to me, showed a friendship that Toya and Mariah have had. And they've had that relationship from the beginning. And that's why that fight was so big. That's why that issue with Toya talking about her daughter was so big. Because we friends for real. Can't no bitch hold me and calm me down like that, bitch. Just looking at you and being fake with you have me mad, have me running up down the motherfucking stairs ready to snatch a bitch up. But whatever, girl, she calmed down. Y'all have to remember, Mariah has kids. This is unacceptable. This whole shit. And her name has been dragged through the mud. When Mariah's name gets dragged, it gets dragged to the motherfucking 10th power. So I'm not here for Quad and her. Well, she messes with me and, you know, I have to just take it. And no, I'm not here for it. We done talked about this baby not being Aiden's daughter. Unfair. I don't give a fuck if it was public knowledge or not. That's the same shit with Basketball Wives and, you know, OG, you know, using Cece's word against Kristen to say that Thomas is not Byron's biological son. All for the sake of proclaiming that you're not a real basketball wife. Class. We gotta have it. Pray for him, Jesus. So anyway, with all that being said, everybody go into their own rooms and they discuss it. And it's whack because it's exactly what Mariah's talking about. But Contessa made a good point. I don't know you well enough to go for bat for you. And I know you expect that, but bitch, these ain't your friends for real. Like, bitch, we're not your friends. It all translates to me that, bitch, I don't even know why you're still on this show. Like, honestly, because we've all been vocal about how we don't fuck with you, but you still keep coming. Contessa, that's bullshit. Contessa, you're a follower, and you should be Mariah's friend just because Mariah's in charge of casting. And she thought to give you an opportunity and a chance. And I feel like you're being fake because you know this. You know that she is the Shawnee of y'all's sister circle. And you know that she has the power to destroy your whole existence, but you still want to bullshit. Girl, bye. And I'm also say this about Toya. Toya, leave Buffy alone just because you feel like she's there to take your spot. She's not there to take your spot. She's there to take Quad's spot because Quad is no longer married to medicine, my love. Okay? So she's there to take Quad's spot. She's not there to take yours. You need to sit down somewhere and be comfortable and knowing that all of your drama, your time not paying your taxes, living it up, like Jocelyn said, all the stuff, the fight that you had with Mariah, girl, your seat is sealed in gold, honey, and glitter, and diamonds and pearls, honey, and rubies, and sapphires, and whatever else we could think of. So sit your ass down, but whatever. We're gonna keep living you it up, not paying your taxes, bitch, letting you live it up. But anyway, let's talk about what's gonna happen next time on Married to Medicine. Scott has doubts, you know, about his relationship so far with Contessa. He feels like the further his wife gets away from him, the more he becomes passive aggressive with the kids. He was actually having a conversation with Cecil in Cecil's little sex dungeon den bar area downstairs or whatever. Contessa want to be bi-gay. She says she want to fling with Oprah, Gayle, and Michelle Obama. I mean, not all together or in that order, but that's what she want to do. I think that's pretty much it. What else is going on? Oh, they're going to have a mask off party. Mariah's still pissed about the situation and all that. Let's just talk about all this that's going to happen. First of all, Contessa, let me start with you. Your marriage is in a fucking sling and you over here talking about being bi-gay. Bi-gayerous. You over here talking about being bi-gayerous. And I'm just not here for it. Like, girl, you trying to divorce your husband? You was that thirsty? Like, was he even really your real husband? I feel like Contessa is always, to me, I've always read her as lesbian. She just has that vibe to her. Like, it's just something about it. And then her and her husband both being doctors. I don't know.